الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم رب اشرح لي صدري ويسر لي أمري واحلل عقدة من لساني يفقه قولي ربنا زدنا علما. Okay, so what we're gonna do is we'll go over that first exercise and then inshallah we'll go back to lesson 17 in the first book and just review mubtada khabar, subject news sort of thing. So we'll go over book 2 exercise 1 and then inshallah we'll go back to the book 1 just to review mubtada khabar. Okay, so lesson 1 you guys already know. We learned ala, and ala is just like fi. Oh, so the directions in this exercise, it was easy, right? They give you 2 words, and like in the example they give you al-qalam and they give you al-kitab, al-maktab, and then they tell you finish the sentence, right? You know, al-qalamu ala al-maktabi. Just so connect them with ala. That's what you have to do. Okay, so that was easy. So let's see the first one. As-sa'atu and al-kursiyu. First of all, when you see the 2 words, which one is going to be your mubtada? Which one's going to be your subject? Which one are you going to make your subject? 2 options, right? Which one is it going to be? It's going to be the first one, exactly. So in the directions it tells you, make the first one your mubtada, as-sa'atu. So as-sa'atu is going to be our mubtada, and then what's going to be our khabar? So let's write as-sa'a first. As-sa'atu. And so what do we want to say about this sa'a? What do we want to say about this watch? It's ala al-kursi. Good, exactly. That's the khabar. Ala al-kursi is the khabar. So you want to say that it's on the chair. Perfect, exactly. It's on the chair. So ala al-kursi. And what's going to happen to this word? Al-kursi. It's going to get the kasra. Exactly. It's going to get the kasra. Al-kursi. Yi, guys. Yi, right? With the kasra. Al-kursi yi. Okay. So we figured that out. As-sa'a is going to be the mubtada, and then ala al-kursi is going to be the khabar. So mubtada and khabar, we have the 2 conditions. It's a sentence. It's a perfect sentence. The watch is on the chair. Okay, let's look at the next one. Al-kitabu and al-haqibatu. Al-kitabu and al-haqibatu. Okay, for all of these, it's actually ala. On the next exercise, it's all fees. But yes, exactly, you guys got it. It's the same thing as before. So again, al-kitab. Okay, now I have a question. In these sentences, is your mubtada indefinite or definite? So let's look at these sentences. Is your mubtada indefinite or definite? Your mubtada, your subject. Right, it's definite. In all these sentences, it's definite. So if it was definite, that means it's good, right? It means it's an okay sentence. It means it can go in the front. It can go al-kitabu ala al-haqibati without any problems. Good. Haqibati. Haqibati. So the book is on the bag. So our subject can go first, just like usual. Haris, in this exercise, it's all going to be ala, but fi could have worked as well. The book is in the bag. That could have worked as well. Okay. Now let's try al-qalamu and as-sariru, but this time I'm going to change it. Let's try it with qalamun. Let's try it with qalamun. Let's change this to qalamun just for practice. Let's change this. Qalamun. What would happen if we changed this al-qalamu to qalamun? What happens? It became indefinite, right? So now what we're talking about, our mubtada became indefinite. Now why is that a problem? Why did someone type you can't? It became indefinite, and what's the reason? Indefinite, right? Indefinite can't be the mubtada in the first one, right? We have to do something. What do we have to do now? What do we have to change? What can we do to make it okay? What can we do to fix this? Right, we can switch the order. We can put the khabar first, we can put the news first, and then put the subject. Mubtada is subject. I'll just write this on the top just because I know they're new words. So mubtada is that subject that we're talking about. It's the word before is. And then khabar, if I ever say that, that is the news. Good, so we can switch them around. So if you ever have this mubtada being indefinite, what do? You can switch them around. So what is our news? What's our news going to be? Our news is going to go first this time. What is our news? What are we trying to say about a pen? We're trying to say it's on the bed. Perfect. So on the bed, ala, good, ala. As-sarir, ala sariri, good. As-sariri. So on the bed is what? Ala sarir, there is a what on the bed? What am I gonna write next? A pen, good. So qalamun, good, qalamun. So I could make this sentence, a pen is on the bed, as long as I put that mubtada at the end. So I could flip them around and the sentence works. It's fine. As long as I didn't put the indefinite at the beginning, the indefinite mubtada at the beginning. Okay, good. So let's do the next one as usual. Fatima and ad-darraja tu. Maheen, just translate it, a pen, right? A pen is on the bed, not the, it's a. But how do we know what's the subject and what's the news? Good, Aisha. Okay, let's look at this. A pen is on the bed. Which one's going to be the subject? What are we talking about? Are we talking about on the bed or are we talking about a pen? We're talking about a pen. Exactly. So this is still going to be the subject. This is still going to be the mubtada, even though it came after. Ahar is generally. And ala sariri is on the bed. This is the news. This is still the news, right? We're still talking about a pen. We're still talking that it's on the bed. Okay, Afsha, just mark it on the attendance sheet. Mostly the first word is subject, except when it's indefinite. Then you have to switch it. Then, you know, the subject is still going to be at the end. So news is still going to be in the beginning. Okay, so ala sariri qalamun, a pen is on the bed. Does this make sense? Ariane, we just changed this just to see what would happen. We changed this to indefinite. But yes, generally they're, in this whole exercise, they're definite. Okay, any questions? Any other questions? In English, it's a pen on the bed. Yes, a pen is on the bed. But can't the pen be news too because it's telling us what is on the bed? Afnan, no. That's why you should translate it as a pen is on the bed. Because even though they're switched, qalamun is still going to be the news. Or sorry, qalamun is still going to be the subject. And ala sariri is still going to be the news. You're still talking about the pen. A pen. You're still talking about a pen. Rian, generally, mubtada is going to be definite. In this case, we see what would happen if it was indefinite. Okay, two different, so what we're talking about is a subject. Perfect, Zainab. So the subject is the thing you're talking about, the thing that comes before the is. Like, Zainab is intelligent. Zainab is the subject. It came before the is. It doesn't matter if you turn them around. Afsha, generally not. Could news be definite too? Sometimes, Haris. Inshallah, we'll see all the little tiny exceptions. Don't worry about them yet. We'll see how they come out. Okay. Fatimatu and ad-darrajatu. So which one is going to be our mubtada? Which one is going to be our subject? Fatimatu and ad-darrajatu. Fatima, good. For the person that just asked if the news has to be definite, let's take the sentence that we did a long time ago. Hada baytun. Hada baytun. Guys, which one is the... Sorry, I'm jumping around. Hada baytun, which one is the news? Which word in the sentence is the news? Hada baytun. Which one is the news? It's the house. Baytun. Baytun is the news. Because you're talking about this, and what are you saying about this? You're saying it's a house. Hada baytun. Subject, news. This is a house. Okay. So, is baytun indefinite or definite? Is baytun indefinite or definite? It's indefinite. So generally, the news is going to be indefinite. Right. If you ever have, like, any confusion, take an example. Take an example you already know, like Hada Baytun or Jamalun Kabirun, something like that, and try to figure it out. So if you ever have any confusion, you know these Arabic sentences. Okay. Next one, Fatimatu and ad-darrajatu. So which one was the subject? Which one was the subject? Oh, that's a good example of when it's going to be, the news is going to be definite. Okay. Fatima. And is Fatima definite or indefinite? So this is a good example. Let's take a person, Fatima, and we'll see what we can do with Fatima. Can we put her as the news? Can we put her as subject? It's definite, right? It's definite. So we didn't need the al. We didn't need the al. Fatima is already a proper noun. It's a proper noun. It's not just a, any, it's a proper noun. Can we say something like, hadihi Fatima, I'm running out of space, sorry. Fatima tu, can we say that? What does this mean? If it works, tell me what it means. Yes, it works. Right? We've heard that kind of sentence before. What does it mean? Good, this is Fatima. So you're pointing, sorry. You're pointing at her and you're saying, this is Fatima. Which one is the news? This or Fatima? Which one's the news? Good, the news is Fatima. News, khabar. It's just like Hada Baytun, but this time, what is Fatima? Fatima is a proper noun. This time, Fatima isn't just any person. This time it's a proper noun. So that's an easy example. When is the khabar going to be indefinite, or when is it going to be proper? But it still works. Hadihi Fatima. Okay. Fatima is the name of a type of person, but if you said this is a girl, girl would be indefinite. Yeah, exactly, Afnan. If you wanted to say this is a girl, just like this is a house. Maheen, generally, yeah. Just make sure you think about the sentence. Okay, so Fatima, in this case, this one is going to be our subject. This one's going to be our mubtada. So it didn't need the al. Okay, Fatimatu, so what is the sentence going to be? Fatimatu. Fatima is good. And her news is, where is she? She is on the bike. Alal. I don't know if I have space to write this. Ad-Daraja. And what is going to be at the end of Ad-Daraja? Afsha, you're not going to, since it already has that ya at the end, you're just going to put the sukoon on the ya. It's going to be kursi. Ad-Darajati. Perfect. Darajati. So even though this was feminine, ala still worked. Ala works for either word. Yeah, I think you guys know how to write bike. So she is on the bike. Fatima is on the bike. Could we use a pronoun for her? Rayan just said she is on the bike instead of Fatima is on the bike. Can we change that to a pronoun? Which pronoun should we change it to? Which one? هذه or hiya? I'm seeing both answers. Hiya, exactly, hiya. She is. Hiya is the damir for a female. هذه isn't a damir, guys. هذه is a pointing word. Hiya. So hiya or Fatima, both of those would work. And is hiya still going to be the subject? Is it still going to be the mubtada? Yes, it's still going to be the mubtada. Yes. Hiya alal darajati. Okay, so next one. Al-qittu and al-maktabu. Al-qittu and al-maktabu. Al-qittu. Do you guys remember what al-qit means? Let's see. MashaAllah, you guys have learned so many rules. Yes, exactly. Okay, I don't think that you guys forgot much. Right, the cat. Al-qit is the cat. It was, I think, in the vocab from book 1. Al-qittu, the cat. So, the cat is what we want to talk about. Al-qittu is what we want to talk about. What's our khabar going to be? What's our khabar going to be? Is it just going to be desk or is it going to be alal? Good. It's going to be on the desk. You don't want to say the cat is the desk. You want to say the cat is on the desk. Al-qittu. So what my point is, alal, let's write it down. On the desk. Ala al-maktabi. So which part of the sentence is your khabar? The whole, exactly, that whole al-maktabi, the whole part of that. Al-maktabi is your khabar. That whole phrase. Not just al-maktabi, not just that part, but it's the whole phrase. Al-maktabi, on the desk. That goes together. That fits together. Ala causes the kasra, and they're kind of joined together. Al-maktabi, that's your khabar. So the cat isn't the desk. The cat isn't on, but the cat is on the desk. The whole phrase. Okay, any questions? Is there any questions? Al-qittu ala al-maktabi. Ala al-maktabi is the khabar. Perfect. Okay, should we look back at book 1? Should we look back at lesson 17 and see all that stuff, but in old sentences? Let's see. Did this stuff actually happen, or am I just making this up? Can a sentence be all news or subject? Maheen, good question. So this nominal sentence, this sentence that's, starts with nouns, has nouns in it. Nominal sentence, nouns. What's the minimum amount of words it can be? What's the minimum amount of words? Perfect. Two words. And what are those 2 words? Amal, generally, subject is going to come before news, except if it's indefinite, then you have to change it, right? Then you have to change news and then subject. Good. So the 2 parts, the 2 words, subject and news, mubtada and khabar. Subject and news. Those are the 2 components, the 2 parts of the nominal sentence. Huzaifa, hadha and hadhihi, those could be your subject. Those would fall under the category. But the general 2 words of a nominal sentence, subject and news, mubtada and khabar. So you have to have this one, you have to have this one. Oh, okay. What about ala or okay, Aisha, ala and fi, those go with something, right? It's hard to explain now because I don't want to go into it now. Okay, mubtada and khabar or right, just think of alal maktabi as all one, like it's giving one meaning. It's giving one meaning. It's a compound of 2 words, but they're giving one meaning. Alal maktabi, that whole thing is going to be your news. Okay. So inshallah, let's see what happened in these sentences over here. So in lesson, this is on page, I think it was page 63, lesson 17 in your first book. So get that open, and then inshallah we'll compound just means, you know, made of more than one part. That's all it means. Like, you know, you could have a sentence made up of two sentences, or you can have, you know, things like that. So let's read, let's choose Ismi Maryamu. Let's choose, hold on, where is my pen? Okay, my pen stopped working. Okay, yeah, exactly, like football, right? Foot, it's not, doesn't mean foot, it doesn't mean ball, it means the two together, football. Let's look at Ismi Maryamu. Ismi Maryamu. What does this mean, first of all? Let's think about what it means in English and let's try to figure it out. Ismi Maryamu. My name is Maryam. Perfect. My name is Maryam. So it's a simple sentence. We learned this before. My name is Maryam. Ismi Maryamu. Okay. So what are we talking about? What is our, and let's write it at the top here. Ismi is going to be our what? Yusra, we're going over Mubtada and Khabar in our old sentences. Ismi is my name. And what is my name? What is that part of the sentence? It's the subject. Good. It's the al-Mubtada. So it's Mubtada. There's my dot. Mubtada. Okay, it's the news. It's the name that you're talking about. Al-Mubtada is the ismi. It's the my name. So what are you trying to say about my name? What are you trying to say about it? My name is, what are you saying about it? Is Maryam. Good. You're trying to say that it's Maryam. Now I have a quick question, and I'll write that as well. So Maryam is the what? Good. Maryam in Arabic is the khabar. Maryamu. Okay. Can my khabar be more than one word? And give me an example if you say yes. Give me an example if you say no. Oh, that's not. Yes, it can be more than one word. What's the example that we know, that we go over all the time? Exactly, we just did this. Alal maktabi. That's more than one word. That's more than one word, but it's still our khabar. What about our mubtada? Can it be more than one word? Can our subject be more than one word? Can it be made up of more than one word? That's what I want to say. Yes, it can. Give me an example. Can it be made up of more than one thing? My name, exactly, Hafsa. That's exactly what I was going over. Ismi is actually two words. Ism and, yeah, it's made up of two parts of the sentence. There is a pronoun in there. And also, if you wanted to say something like Asha and Afsha are in the class, those two are both your mubtada. Those two are both your subject. Okay. So let's look at another one. Let's look at Hiya fil madrasati. Hiya fil madrasati. So the fourth sentence. Hiya fil madrasati. What does this mean? Good. She is in the school. Hiya fil madrasati. She is in the school. So we'll take it sentence by sentence. She is in the school. So which part of the sentence is the subject, is the mubtada? Which part of the sentence? Which words in the sentence, or which word, or which whatever? Exactly, hiya, the she. And what is she replacing? What is she replacing? What is hiya being used for? It's the mubtada, and what do we know about hiya? It's talking about, look at the sentence before. It's talking about not just Maryam, but it's talking about Maryam's mom. Good. Aina ummuki, where is your mom? Ummuki, your mom. She is in the school. So your mom, Maryam's mom, is in the school. So hiya. So that's who we're talking about. That's our mubtada, that's our subject. And what are we trying to say about her? What are we trying to say about her? Maryam's mom, what are we trying to say about her? That she is good. This whole thing, in the school. In the school. That whole part is our khabar. In the school. Fil madrasati. So do you see how helpful it is to have the kasra? The kasra joins the two words. This goes with this. You know, this is all one phrase. Fil madrasati, in the school. And what's our next part of the sentence? Hiya mudarrisatun. Hiya mudarrisatun. Again, is our subject going to stay the same? Are we still talking about the same person? Yes. Right, we're still talking about Maryam's mom. We're still talking about she. Hiya. And then what's our news this time? So now we wanted to say some different news about her. Yes, that she's a teacher. A female teacher. And why did we use mudarrisatun? Why did we use tun at the end? Why did we use tun? Because what's female? Because, okay, mudarrisatun is female. Because the mother is female. Because what's female in the sentence? Use the Arabic term we just used. The big two Arabic terms. The subject is female, good. The mubtada is female, so the khabar has to be female too. So that was, I think, that was a big rule, right? Subject and khabar have to match. Mubtada and khabar have to match. What do they have to match in? What are the things that they have to match? Match in, okay, the easy one, gender, right? That's the one we just went over. What else? A number. Good, a number. So, I mean, even in English, you aren't going to say something like, you're not going to say something like Maryam and Maheen is a girl, right? That doesn't make sense. Maryam and Maheen are girls, right? You're going to make that plural. So, gender and number, those are the two things you have to match in. And then the sentence fits, the sentence works. So, hiya mudarrisatun, she is a teacher. Okay. Let's try another one. Let's try this answer again. Na'am, what does it mean by match gender and number? Okay, a good question. Subject and the news have to match. And this is a rule you guys already know. Subject and news. You're not going to say hadha darajatun, right? You're going to say hadhihi darajatun. You have to match. The subject has to be female, news has to be female. Subject is male, then news is male. And then also you can't say that, you know, the subject is like all of my students, and then my news is good, right? No, they are good. That's not a good example to use. But match in number, Maryam, think about it like Maryam and Maheen. And Maheen, so this is our subject of the sentence, is a girl. That is not the right news. The right news is are girls, right? Plural. Right, yeah. with the three S's at the end. So that's what it means by matching a number. So, you know, singular plural. Okay. So the next red leaf, I guess. Naam tilka ukhti. Naam tilka ukhti. Yes. Okay, so the first part, yes. Next part, tilka ukhti. Tilka, what does tilka mean? Yes, tilka is that. Tilka, that is ukhti, my sister. That is my sister. Okay, what's our subject? And this is a kind of, I don't know if this is confusing for you guys, but what's our subject? I don't think so. I think you guys got it. Yeah, exactly. That is going to be the mubtada. Perfect. That. Tilka. That's our subject, or mubtada. And then what are we saying about that? What are we saying about that thing that we're pointing at? That, or who we're pointing at, is my sister. Good. Ukhti. That thing that we're pointing at is my sister. Ukhti. That's my news. And how many words is the news? How many different words are in the news? 2, right? Ukht and ti, ukhti. A 7, no, ukhti, 2. My and sister. So the ya pronoun at the end is my, and then ukht is sister. So my sister, it's a 2 and 1. Ukhti. So that is my sister. And then what about the next one? Hiyatin midatun. Oh, good question, Maheen. Good question. What about is? Guys, where is the is coming from in all of these sentences? Where is the is? Is implied, and what else can you guys tell me about it? That we learned last week. That's a kind of new thing. Is implied. There's no word for is, and where is it in the sentence? Where is it in the sentence? It's in the middle, or you can say that it's after the subject. Yeah, it's after the subject before the news. After the subject, usually. Yeah. And so if it's after the subject, it's going to be before the news. So it's generally in between, right? So, tilka, that, ukhti, my sister, that is my sister. So it's going to be in between those two. After the subject, that is. So that's how you know that you're talking about that. And then hiya tilmidatun. Hiya tilmidatun. Umar, don't worry about that yet. Inshallah, we'll go over that in a separate class. Hiya tilmidatun. Hiya, good. She is. Hiya, she is. Tilmidatun, a student. A student. So why tilmidatun? Why tilmidatun? Hiya is she, good. Why tilmidatun? Why the tun at the end? Because hiya is female to match. Exactly. To match it with the subject. Tilmidatun to match with the subject. And hiya is the pronoun for girls. And what is it replacing? What is our thing that we're talking about? What is our mubtada replacing? What is this hiya? This hiya is the sister. Good. Is whose sister? Maryam's sister. Ukhti, my sister. Ukhti, Maryam's sister. Hiya tilmidatun. She is a student. Okay. Inshallah, we'll go over one more, and then I'll ask if you guys have any questions, and then inshallah we'll be done. Let's go over this one. Let's go over the last sentence on this page. Sadiqati Zainabu. Sadiqati Zainabu. Which one is our, let me ask, yeah, for the translation, my friend, Sadiqati. Sadiqatun plus ya, Sadiqati, my friend. Zainabu, Zainab. . What's our news? What's our news? My friend is Zainab. Our news is going to be... Let's think. What's our news going to be? Our news is Zainab. Good. Our news is Zainab. Guys, the sentence in English, my friend is Zainab. Our news is Zainab. Who's your friend? Zainab's my friend. This is our news. Good. My friend is the subject. Who is your friend? Zainab. It answers the question. Okay, Sadiqati Zainabu. Is Zainabu, can it be, yeah, Shizad, that would be a different sentence, right? You could say Zainab is my friend. That would also be a different sentence. But why isn't Zainab in the beginning? She is definite. Aisha, because my friend is the subject. You're saying, the question was, who is your friend? And your answer is, my friend is Zainab. You're not saying that Zainab is your friend, you're saying your friend is Zainab. You could write it, if you wanted to write it that Zainab is your friend, you could switch it. If you asked, is Zainab your friend, then it would be Zainab is my friend. Yeah, you could switch it, but in this sentence, it's my friend is Zainab. Yes, Rayan, if you switched it, then you would be saying Zainab is my friend, right? Then you would be saying this, Zainab is my friend. And then you would be talking about Zainab, and then you would be saying, you'd be giving the news that she is your friend. So in this one would be subject, and this one would be news. In this one is subject, and this one is news. Yeah, you're just switching it. So is Zainab still the news? Yeah, in the sentence that they give you, Sadiqati Zainabu, that's the news. If you said Zainab is your friend, then Zainab would be your subject and my friend would be the news, because you want to say that Zainab is your friend. So it's just look out for that is too. Inshallah, see you soon. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. Umar, we already...
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Is my voice okay? Okay, yes, alhamdulillah. So how are you guys? I'm also good, alhamdulillah. So my name is Shifa Zafar and today I'm going to be having a surprise quiz with you guys. Okay, so I'm going to be having a surprise quiz with you guys. So I'll start with the dua. نحمده ونصلي على رسوله الكريم أما بعد فأعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم رب اشرح لي صدري ويسر لي أمري واحلل عقدة من لساني يفقه قولي رب زدني علما اللهم فقهنا في الدين. So I'm going to be asking you guys questions and I would like you guys to answer. Okay. So first of all, I'm going to ask you guys about the harakat. How many harakats are there in the Quran? There are 3 harakats in the Quran. And can someone name them, please? There are 3 harakats in the Quran. Someone name them, please? Fatha, Dhamma, and Kasra. Excellent. What sound does a Fatha make? Ah, very good. What about Kasra? E. And Dhamma? Ooh, excellent. What is an Alif Maqsura? Can someone tell me what is an Alif Maqsura? Very good. It is a standing Alif or a Kara Zabar. Very good. How long do we stretch an alif maqsura for? 2 harakat. Excellent. So, now, what is alam jalala? What is alam jalala? The lam in Allah. Excellent. Very good. Lam. So the lam jalala is the lam that is present in the word Allah. Lam that is present in the word Allah. Very good. On what occasions is lam full mouth? Is it always, never, in the word Allah, or in the word alif lam mim? My question is, in what occasions is lam full mouth? Always, never, in the word Allah, or in the word alif lam mim? In the word Allah. Very good. In the word Allah. Excellent. The word Allah is pronounced heavy when there is a fatha or a dhamma before it. True or false? The word Allah is pronounced heavy when there is a fatha or dhamma before it. True or false? True. Very good. Now, when is it light? When is it light? Good job. When there is a kasra before it. Very good. When there is a kasra before the lam jalala. So in what part of the throat does hamza? Okay, sorry. How many huruf halqis are there? 6. Very good. What are they? Can someone please name them? Hamza, ha, ayn, ha, and ghayn, kha. Excellent. And ha and ayn is pronounced from what part of the throat? Ha and ayn is pronounced from what part of the throat? Middle. Good job. Next question. Ra is said full mouth when there is a kasra on it. True or false? Ra is said full mouth when there is a kasra on it. True or false? False. Very good. And when is Ra heavy? When is Ra pronounced heavy? Or full mouth? When there is a fatha or dhamma before it. Good job. When there is a fatha or dhamma on it. Good job. Okay, next one. Can someone please explain the rule of lean? Please explain the rule of lean. What is that? Lean. Haruf lean. Can someone explain it? What is lean? So, good job. There's two rules of lean. There's a ya lean and a waw lean. So whenever there is a ya sakun or a waw sakun, followed by a letter with a fatha, the word will be pronounced softly, such as bil-ghaybi. So can someone please give me an example? Whenever there is a ya sakin or waw sakin. Aina, very good. Yaumi, aina, excellent. When there is a waw sakin, what shape is our mouth? Round or circle, very good. And when there is a ya sakin or sakun, what shape is our mouth? Smile, very good. Alif is a harufe. Alif is a harufe. What kind of harufe is alif? What kind of harf is alif? It's not harufe tafkhim, it's harufe mad. Harf mad. It's a word to stretch a letter. It is used to stretch a letter to a harakat. Such as we have ba with a fatha, plus alif. Ba. So ba with a fatha is ba. So in this case, this is known as alif mad. How many mud letters are there? 3, very good. And what are they? Alif, ya, and waw, very good. Alif mad, ya mad, and waw mad. What are the huruf tafkhim letters? Or the heavy letters? There are 7, very good. And what are they? Kha, sad, da, ta, ghain, qaf, and va. Good job. So kha, sad, ta, va. Ain is not a Hufayza, ain is not a haruf tafkhim. So these are haruf tafkhim. Khussa, daf, bin qais. Excellent. Kha, sad, Dad, Ghain, Ta, Qaf, and Va. The heavy letters. The letter Zal is pronounced with a buzz. True or false? Zal is pronounced with a buzz. True or false? It's false. Good job. Za is pronounced with a buzz. So za. That is pronounced with a buzz. But zal is a tongue za. There's no buzzing bee sound in it. Next question. When is ikhfa done? When is ikhfa done? Ikhfa. When is it done? When there is a noon sakin or tanween followed by any other letters except the حروف الحلقي. There is an إخفاء and غنة is done, such as in the word أنزل وينفقون. Such as in this word ينفقون. Over here, إخفاء is done because after noon sakin or tanween, there is any other letter. There is a fa, and fa is not a حروف حلقي. Fa is not a حروف حلقي. So غنة is done. إخفاء is done. Also in the word أنزل. Okay. No, you can't do إخفاء on alif. Next question. When is izhar done? When is izhar done? Izhar. When is izhar done? Izhar. When is izhar done? If after noon sakin and tanween. Oh well. When there is a noon sakin or tanween followed by haruf halqi, then there is izhar and it is pronounced clearly. No gunna sound is produced. Such as in the word sawa'un alayhim. An'amta. In the word an'amta, izhar is done because after noon sakin there is a haruf halqi, ayn. So after noon sakin or tanween, whenever there is a haruf halqi, then we pronounce izhar. It is pronounced clearly and no gunna sound is produced. Okay, next question. Ra is not a haruf tafkhim. True or false? Ra is not a haruf tafkhim. True or false? It is false. It is false because Ra has an exception. If the letter Ra has a fatha on it or a dhamma on it, it is pronounced heavy. Whereas if there is a kasra underneath it, it is pronounced light. Such as in the word ghayril maghdubi. The Ra in ghayri has a kasra on it. So it is pronounced light. Also in the word sirafa, there is a fatha on the Ra. So that is pronounced heavy. Ar-Rahim, there is a fatha on the Ra. Yes, Harris. When there's a fatha on a ra or a dhamma on a ra, it is heavy. Whereas when there's a kasra, it is light. Last question. The mud on Abdalleen. How long do we stretch that for? The mud on Abdalleen. How long do we stretch it for? 6 harakat. Very good. And it is known as madde lazam. This mud is known as madde lazim. Not 12, it is 6. 6 harakat. Okay. Okay, so now I'm going to be reviewing the rules for using the actual Quran text. Okay, in the word Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Bismillahi. Is this Lamu Jalala heavy or light? And why? It is light. Very good. Why is it light? There's a kasra before the Lamu Jalala. There's a kasra on the meme. So this Lamu Jalala is light. Bismillahi. Very good. What part of the throat does the ha come from? Bottom. Very good. Comes from the bottom of the throat. Ra. Is this ra heavy or light? Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. It is heavy. Excellent. There's an alif maksura on the meme. How long do we stretch this for? 2 harakat. Very good. What kind of mud is over here? Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. What kind of a mud is here? Yai madda. Very good. Yai madda. Alhamdu. What part of the throat does the ha come from? Middle. Excellent. What about the ain in alameen? What part of the throat does that come from? This also comes from the middle. Very good. What rule is done in ayah 4? Maliki yawmiddin. In the word yawmi, what rule is here? Yailin. Excellent. Yailin. Sorry, wawlin. It's wawlin, not yailin. Maliki yawmiddin. Okay, in ayah number 6, Ihdina Siratal Mustaqim. Is this sword heavy or light? Heavy. Good job. What about this ra? Sirata. This ra is also heavy. Very good. And this ta? Heavy again. Very good. What about the qaf? صراط المستقيم. This is also heavy, very good. Is this lam heavy or light? صراط الذين. Is this lam heavy or light? Light. Why is it light? Why is this lam light? No, I don't see any kasra before it. It is not lam jalala. Very good, Mohsin. This lam is not lam jalala, so it is pronounced light, even with a fatha on it. صراط الذين. Excellent. Is this zal a buzzing bee or a tongue? صراط الذين. A tongue za. Very good. So صراط الذين. عليهم. What rule is over here? عليهم. Good job. Over here is Yailin. Over here is Yailin. Good. عليهم. What about غير? Yailin. Excellent. غير. How many heavy letters are in the word al-maghdubi? Umair, can you please ask your question again? How many heavy letters? 2, very good. There's a ghain and there's a dad. How is it light? In the word Sirat al-Ladina, how is the lam light? Oh, okay. So this lam is not a lam jalala. This lam is not in the word Allah. Any lam that is not in the word Allah, whether it has a fatha, dhamma or kasra on it, will always be light. Okay? So any lam that is not in the word Allah, whether it has a fatha, dhamma or kasra on it, will always be light. Okay. What rule is in this word? Al-maghdubi. What rule is over here? Wow, madda. Excellent. What about alayhim? What rule is here? Yailin. Excellent. So today we basically got done almost all of the rules here. Okay, Surah Baqarah. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. What kind of a word is alif lam mim? What kind of a word is alif lam mim? Good. It is haruf muqatta'at. It has no meaning. Only Allah knows the meaning. Why did Allah put it in the Quran? Why did Allah put it in the Quran? Good. Attention. He is guarding. He's trying to grab the reciter's attention. Okay. ذَلِكَ. How long do we stretch this for? Okay. So I'm going to recite Surah Fatiha for you guys. Okay? أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الحمد لله رب العالمين. الرحمن الرحيم. مالك يوم الدين. إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين. اهدنا الصراط المستقيم. صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين. آمين. One last announcement I have before the night is سبحانك اللهم وبحمدك أشهد أن لا إله إلا أنت أستغفرك وأتوب إليك. So there's no class for the next two classes yet. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.